Hello, ladies and gentlemen, what is up? This is Mike Loris. Going to bring you more games. This time it is going to be between Empire on the Radiant and AL on the Dire. You can see AL banning out the Wisp first. Why? Because Empire is on the other side, and Empire, well, they have a pretty sick Wisp. And it's really not a good idea for you to let them have that, because they will mess you up. And it's not even like a question of like, oh, the Wisp is going to be a threat. It's like, no, the Wisp has a like 98% chance of messing up your face, and you really don't like to play against those odds. I wouldn't want to play against those odds. But anyway, other than that, the band's looking pretty normal. AL gonna open up with Morphling, as well as Chen. Empire gonna open up with the Leshrac. I mean, nothing really to say about that. They're only being picked up because Broodmother as well as Rubik are the bans who are usually not first ban material. Although Rubik sometimes, Broodmother not so much.
Templar Assassin.
But Empire, they're going to go with the TA as well as the Tidehunter. So they do have that mid lane presence. They do have a solid supporting cast as well. And right off the bat, they have a pretty good minus armor thing going on. Get that minus armor from the Meld, the Gush, and then Leshrac, although he doesn't bring any minus armor to the table in and of itself, he still does have, he uses it pretty well because of this Edict. The minus armor will help him do a little bit more damage in the early game as well. And I think, who did I see? It was Na'Vi with the minus armor strategy. They got a Shadow Fiend, and that's still a possibility. I don't know if Empire have a good Shadow Fiend player. And oh my god, I do one freaking comment and my phone doesn't stop buzzing. It's so annoying. Oh, stupid Facebook. It's really a pain in the ass. AL, they're going to get a support hero in the Venomancer. A very kind of go-to pick for him, but you also get extra mileage in this particular game because you're up against the TA. So AL, they do have the capability of running the Venomancer mid lane. Solo against the TA, Venomancer won't do that great, but if you run the Venomancer mid, even if it's a dual lane, hell, even if it's a tri-lane, it's going to be pretty good because the TA is probably going to be on the other end. Like 9 times out of 10, the TA is going to be in that mid lane, unless it's the only farmer on the other side, in which case she might get a safe lane to farm in. But Venomancer in the mid lane, possibly with a Morphling, those two together can shut down the TA pretty well. So Team Empire, they got to be careful with that. They could run a dual lane mid and to kind of counter that off. But I mean, either way, Venomancer Morphling is a pretty deadly dual lane. Then they have Chen in the jungle as well, so they're going to have that jungle presence. And Empire, they could go with jungling hero Enchantress. Enchantress versus Chen. Usually Enchantress does come up ahead, at least in the early game, because Enchant has a lower cooldown, and you still get that extra health boost that the Chen gives to the creep. So if Chen takes a creep, you just take it right back for your team, and then everyone's happy except for the Chen. Bans coming out once again. It's going to be the Invoker on Team Empire. CK is going to be the ban out from AL. CK, I mean, Empire play a lot of Wisp, but also they have a really good CK. I have seen very few games where Empire have had a poor CK. And together with the TA, that's a lot of early game damage that does scale up into the later stage of the game. So two very deadly semi-carries who could make things happen in the early portion of the game. Not going to be relevant this game, however, because he is not going to be seen in this game. Supporting heroes being banned out by Empire. I don't know if AL would have actually wanted to go for that. I mean, Disruptor is a very annoying hero. You ban him out not just because the enemy team is looking for support. You ban him out because you have a Tidehunter, you have a TA, and Static Storm plus Glimpse. That's some devastating crap right there, and you don't want to deal with that. It's just so hard to counter. I mean, yes, Disruptor could be chain stunned down, but in Team Empire, what stuns do they have? They have a Split Earth, and that's about it. AL, they don't have any stuns either, so both teams kind of stun light. I guess Team Empire does have a Ravage as well, but I mean, if you're just going to kill the Disruptor before he lays down that Static Storm, you kind of need like the more small stuns, not the giant AoE stuns like Black Holes, which we're not going to see in this game because the Enigma is banned out, banning out that jungling pick from Empire, but they still do have the Enchantress, so they could go that route. But both teams, they're kind of stun light, and AL, they don't need stuns as much as Empire do need stuns because, well, the Morphling is on the other end for Team Empire, and if you don't have stuns, then how are you going to kill that Morphling? TA does have the psionic traps, and they do have a little bit of slowing action.
Windrunner at your
There you
service.
go. There's a little bit more stun. They're going to get the hard lane with the Windrunner. And now Team Empire, they're put in a pretty interesting position, at least for the viewers, which is me mostly. At least for this moment in time, it is purely me. So they have the long lane, they have a little bit of support for a hero, they also have the TA. Now, they could either go for a TA safe lane and just have her farm, and then run like a solo Tidehunter or solo Leshrac or something like that. Or they could go for his hard carry. And then after that question, it's what hard carry are they going to run? I hope it's not anti-mage, because anti-mage is just boring. But a Void? I like seeing Void as much as the next guy. Void is pretty freaking awesome to watch. Probably just because we see him all the time. That's what AL are going to get. They need to... Well, they have a little bit of support. They have a couple of lanes in the jungle already. Something like a Brewmaster would probably be pretty good. Queen of Pain to hold down the mid lane, possibly, although they probably are going to plan to put the Venomancer against that TA. So a Bounty Hunter, a Beastmaster, those types of heroes who could just lock down lanes by themselves, or at least hold them under control. It would be pretty good pickups for AL. They do run the Beastmaster, and they put him in the hard lane. He could have the easy creep stacking, although teams as of late have been pretty smart about denying that to enemy Beastmasters. Just ward that, and then Beastmaster, I mean, usually doesn't have enough money for sentry wards, and usually the team doesn't want to run their support all the way down there just to de-ward. They would rather just keep their support up there to not only support, but also have that extra sentry ward.
10 seconds remaining.
So it's quite an investment there. AL, they're going to go with another carry, the Lifestealer. Huh, so that is probably going to be in a Morphling solo mid. Lifestealer? Well, I mean, I don't know about this. The magic immunity will be very useful. Not so much against TA, but everyone else is going to be shut down quite a bit from that. But running 2 carries, I don't know. AL, they already have taken a very greedy lineup, both as far as gold and experience are concerned. Empire, they're going to go for the Enchantress, as I predicted before. So they are going to have, well, maybe a Leshrac solo mid or Windrunner solo mid. I don't know. Their lanes are going to be very flexible, which is good for them. Hard for AL to predict who's going where, and therefore it's hard for them to, realize where they're going to put their Venomancer. But Enchantress, partially to counter off the Chen, partially for the early game pushing power. And Team Empire, their hard carry is going to be that TA, so TA might get that safe lane, and she will probably alter her build just a little bit. But Team Empire, their prime is in the early mid stage of the game. If the game gets late, then Lifestealer is going to get big, Morphling is going to get big, and although Chen does fall off a little bit, well, they're going to have to make things happen, because Lifestealer and Morphling could carry the game just between the two of them. AL, their final pick is going to be the Bounty Hunter for the solo lane, and, well, I don't really like his chances right now. Bounty Hunter is usually a stable hero in the long lane because he could survive, but he's not going to get anything extra, simply because the enemy team has a lot of range heroes, and they could go for very early kills. Their supporting cast is extraordinarily strong, with a 4-1 support versus carry ratio. So AL, the name of the game for them is just turtle up and get farm. They do have a little bit of pushing power, and they could use that to take a couple more towers, so they could be a little bit aggressive as far as that goes. But the early game fights, they will not win. It just is not going to happen. I mean, they do have a Venomancer, they do have open wounds, which is pretty good slowing for early game kills, but I don't know, Empire just have way too much damage. Especially in the early stage when you have like the Edict, the Anchor Smash, that do a lot. On the Empire side, Scandal's going to be playing that TA. Blow Your Brain is on the Leshrac. Funnick is going to be playing the Windrunner Silent on the Tidehunter, and that leaves Golblack on the Enchantress. On the AL side, we have Come With Me leading the Conga line as the Venomancer. Vigos right behind him on the Lifestealer. Freezer playing that Bounty Hunter God on the Morphling, and Mania is going to be playing that Chen. We are still in 0.74, just so there is no confusion there. And let's see how they're going to lane this. Blow Your Brain usually is the carry hero for Empire, so we might be seeing a farming Leshrac. Haven't seen that in quite a while, actually. I guess the only problem with farming Leshrac is that the whole point of a Leshrac when he gets farmed is to go for bulk. I mean, there are occasions when you see like a Yule Scepter being picked up, but I don't really know who likes to go for those. I don't know if Blow Your Brain is one of those Leshracs, but sometimes you see a farming Leshrac, you do see that because you set up by yourself with the Split Earth, but he should be fine to set up without it. Leshrac, when he gets farm, what does he get? He gets BKB, he gets Bloodstone, he gets Aghanim Scepter, and I mean, like, not all in a row or not all at the same time, but those are some of the core items that they get. And as he gets bigger, the Lifestealer is going to do more damage to him. And Leshrac, I mean, he does have that Edict, which does go through the rage, does a little bit of damage there, but I don't know, the Lifestealer is going to have a field day as Leshrac does get bigger, so Blairbrain's going to have to play a very delicate game as far as that goes. In the mid lane, it is going to be Scandal soloing the TA versus the, at least, Morphling. Where is the Venomancer? Venomancer's still in this top lane. He does have a lot of support items up. He might be supporting the top lane, but against the solo Windrunner, I don't think Vigas is going to be in that much trouble. Mania just has to, you know, dip into the lane every once in a while, and the Windrunner should be pressured back, although, I don't know, they might need Come With Me to stick up here. Bottom lane is going to be Freezer. He's not going to get anything, but it looks like they're not going to try to lane the Venomancer with the TA. There's going to be Scandal versus God. Should be a relatively even lane here. On the bottom lane, Freezer is already spotted out. Do they have sentries? They do have sentries, and there's one right there. Going to de-ward a kind of weirdly placed observer, but it doesn't matter if it's weirdly placed because it is going to die. Tidehunter already doing the support role as Blairbrain. Yes, he is going to be farming. So I wonder what build we're going to see for him. You see a level 1 smoke now has Come With Me in Mania, looking for a kill on Scandal. Oh, if he gets hit by the Gale, he is going to die. His refraction charges are burning out. He's going to run down river. God trying to get in the way for a body block, unfortunately missing it. The wave forms short, and he's going to get the body block. There is the... No, he got meld. He meld dodged it. Beautiful play by Scandal. And he's going to run to the safety of Goblack, who might steal that creep, but he might not. Doesn't matter, though. Scandal. Huge, huge play. Wow, that was unbelievable. Melding the friggin' Gale. That's something. Either that or it missed. I don't know. It looked like he melded it, and that's what I'm going to go with. Funnick on the top lane is going to be up against Vigas. Vigas is going to constantly take harassment with Feast, with a couple of tangos and a salve. He should be fine as the ganking squad for AL. They're transitioning up to the top lane. Windrunner does have level 2, so she's getting a little bit of experience here, but now she's got to be careful. Because the second smoke, actually, 200 gold spent on these. Funnick gonna find Come With Me. Is he gonna be as lucky? There's the Gale, and plus an open wounds to follow. Funnick is slow to a crawl, and his wind run is up. Funnick is going to drop. Let's see if Vigas can get the right click. Yes, he does get it. And Vigas draws first blood by killing off Funnick on the top lane. I guess that's a little bit better from Empire, I guess. They definitely don't like to give up first blood, because who does? But then again, it's a good thing Scandal didn't die, because Scandal is a little bit more important than the Windrunner at this stage. Because Windrunner, I mean, she's not getting anything anyway. It's not like she's missing out on a lot of farm, because she's not getting any farm. So, at least Empire is going to be happy that Scandal managed to survive in that mid lane gank, and the first blood happened somewhere else, although they would rather kill Freezer for first blood. Blairbrain, if I could click on him, I can see where he's going. He's going to go for Edict Split Earth, it looks like. Pretty much a standard carry Leshrac build. You usually don't go any lightning with such a build. Lightning is reserved for anti-pushing plus support Leshrac builds. Although even sometimes support Leshracs go Split Earth and Edict. Friggin' Harpy Scout spamming off Chain Lightning on Morphling. It does a lot of damage. Like, it does a deceptive amount of damage. 140 with such a low cooldown and high cast range. That's a lot of harassment right there. Enchantress, unfortunately, is not able to use that to tank up, but she took an illusion rune, so that is going to be her tanking. God is just eating those lightning bolts. Harpy Scout is now out of mana, so now she's going to go find some place to crawl up and die. Freezer on this bot lane, 8-0 versus Funnick's 8-3, but he also took a fall. Freezer's going to try to play a little bit with Silent, but with an Anchor Smash and Gush, I don't like Freezer's odds. He's going to steal one creep, but he's going to pay for it. Silent is kind of getting denied a little bit of experience as far as that is concerned. But after that first blood, of course, nothing is happening. Freezer's going to try to go for another steal, but he's got to be careful. There's the Anchor Smash, not going to take it. Freezer's trying to run away. He's going to run right into Go Black Gush onto Freezer. He's going to pop invisibility. Stun is there, though, and a blind Split Earth. Yes, that was a blind Split Earth. Enchantress knew that the stun hit, and the Split Earth to follow does bring down Freezer. Blairbrain, good play by him. Good confidence in a Split Earth. Did get the kill on the Bounty Hunter. Meanwhile, in the top lane, tower slowly getting pushed down. Power shot, unfortunately for Funnick, not killing off that Furbog. And Chen taking anything he can get, pulling off a melee creep off the line, but come with me. Only level 1 wards, but hell, there's a lot of them. So this tower is going to be brought down. Let's see if they want to keep going for this. Vigos with the last right click does get that tower. 18 for 8 on him versus the 25 for 10 and 16 for 14. So Vigos doing alright. Most gold per minute after that tower kill plus the first blood, so he's doing quite okay. He does have the phase boots and he's level 4, so not the most skills yet. Meanwhile on the bot lane, Freezer still trying to outfarm this Leshrac, who's going for arcane boots. Now what you usually see from that is the disassemble of the arcane boots into a eventual soul booster and then bloodstone, or just a straight up bloodstone. That's probably going to be the route that Blurbrain is going to take, because I mean he needs to get the bulk, he really does. But again, it's kind of a yeah, what are you going to do against this life stealer when you have all that bulk? It's really a problematic thing. Another friggin' Harpy Scout. Harassing off God. He does have one more bottle charge, so he's going to be able to eat a couple of these lightning bolts. Now that Scandal is hit level 6. He could be aggressive all over the map now. God is going to take a Sonic Trap. Try and force out a waveform. He does take a pretty big meld hit there. God is going to take one lightning bolt, and he's got a strength more for at least fall back. This Harpy could get a kill onto God if the lightning bolt is in range. Oh, look at that range. Holy crap. Meanwhile on the bot lane, Freezer's getting a lot of Edict damage. Blurbrain going to pop off his ultimate for this. He's going to eat one more tower shot, and he's going to fall. So a trade there. Definitely not worth it for Empire, because it is a carry Leshrac, and now Silent is going to get hit by Come With Me. Anchor Smash is going to weaken him just a little bit. Silent has his way blocked out of the jungle by one Plague Ward, and Silent is slowed to a crawl. Here comes Brown. It is Mania with the nuke, and Silent is out of options right now. Waveform is going to do him in, as AL pick up 2 on his bot lane. A little bit over aggressive coming out from Empire. Leshrac should not be trading his life for anything at this point, unless maybe like a tower or 2 kills. But Leshrac, he needs farm. That's the whole point of laning him as the primary farmer on the bot lane. And when you're trading kills with the bounty hunter who doesn't have much, well, that's not really worth it. Let's see who died first, actually. Leshrac did get the kill first, so bounty hunter was denied any experience from that kill. So I guess it's a little bit of a silver lining for Empire, but still, Leshrac should not be dying in those situations. It's a lot of time that he's not going to have to farm, not going to have to pressure back the lane, and you can see on the bot lane Freezer is making use of that time. He's farming. Blurbrain has transitioned to this mid lane. Possibly they want to go on God.
Denied.
They get a split earth. Oh, there's the waveform in, and the Gale onto Scandal. Sonic Trap is going to blow and miss. Oh, there's the trap, and Come With Me is going to drop to the Leshrac. Level 4 Edict. Venomancer didn't stand a chance. AL lose the Venomancer there. Scandal kind of going wide with those traps. Fnatic on the top lane is getting a little bit of time to farm, but then again, so is the Bounty Hunter. So both teams remaining relatively consistent as far as the farm is concerned. 49 on the Enchantress. Wow. That's impressive. Versus Chen's 15. So yeah, Enchantress is doing a lot more there. I don't know how many of those are small creeps, or I don't know how many of those are lane creeps, but Enchantress definitely getting quite an edge. You can see she's sitting at 3rd place as far as the gold per minute goes, even farther ahead than Scandal is. So this Enchantress is pretty wealthy. Do they have a Sentry Ward Freezer? They do not. Just a regular Observer Ward, but that doesn't work. So Freezer now has level 6. He could leave the lane, try to get a little bit of the track ganking off. Funnick, he doesn't really have that magic level mark. I mean, Windrunner just keeps on scaling up until really all 3 of her basic skills are maxed. Vigos and God gonna work on to Go Black. You need to pop up the heal right now. There's the Anchor Smash trying to weaken them a little bit. Waveform through. Go Black is still alive because, well, friggin' Vigos does a ton of damage. The heal not enough for the Enchantress. Vigos is gonna take a Gush and Scandal, trying to close the distance. Huge melt hit and get a spill over and kill the Bounty Hunter. God and as well as Vigos both are in a little bit of danger. There's the Infest into the Morphling. He's gonna get a taxi ride out of there. Lifestealer just barely living. Blurbrain has also died. Where did he die? He died right in the middle of the river. So AL they drop 1, but AL they lose 1. But in exchange for 2, I'm sure they will be more than happy with that. I'm sure there was a track as well involved in some way there. That's a little bit of bonus gold in their pocket. Silent might be a little bit dangerous. He's completely out of mana. Freezer and Come With Me. They do have their spells up. Although Silent looks like he is going to be alive for now. Blurbrain is teleporting in. Freezer wants to go on to Silent. Does he have a Gush? No, he does not. He has Magic Stick charges, so he could burn a Ravage right now. Actually, doesn't even have enough for that. But more teleportations coming in. It is Vegas. They want to kill on Silent. He needs to pop his Ravage right now, but it doesn't matter. Vegas is magic immune. Blow Your Brain is trying to do what he can with the Edict, but it's simply not enough damage. Split Earth is going to hit onto Freezer, and as well as Vegas. Freezer is going to go down. Vegas now in a little bit of trouble. He doesn't have an Infest this time. He's going to take Pulse Nova damage. He's going to take the TA's damage. One Impetus is going to bring down the Life Stealer, and come with me, trying to hide in the jungle. Not enough mana for a teleportation out, and he's going to drop as well. Sonic Trap to slow him down, and Leshrac gets a double kill.
Your elements purged.
AL, I mean, yeah, they got the Tidehunter, but they didn't expect all that teleportation support to come in. So Empire, they did get a little bit out of that. Double kill on Leshrac. Pretty good pickups for them. Leshrac is going to go for the drum, so he's going to go for these small boosts of utility as well as health, as opposed to heading up towards the big items. But Leshrac, I mean, he has his big skills up. Level 9 Leshrac could do some pretty heavy damage, especially if that Split Earth lands and he has time for that Edict to actually do the damage. Fortification is going to slow down the push on the bottom lane, but the Edict is there, and this tower is not long for life. Freezer invisible, looking for the deny. Not going to happen, though. Leshrac with the Edict does take out the tower, but Vegas has arrived. Gale onto both Godblack and to Blow Your Brain. They're both very slow. Blow Your Brain is going to try to teleport out Godblack. It's not going to be as lucky. The teleportation gets interrupted by a Shuriken as Godblack, still very low, is going to drop Blow Your Brain now on the run. Not going to happen as Vegas tries to get the kill with the Infest damage. It comes with me. Poison eventually does get that kill, so Empire, they do take the tower, but at what cost? Losing Leshrac yet again, for the third time actually. So Leshrac is not having the best time of his life. Even though he is getting the farm, the creep farm, he's still taking a lot of deaths, and it's really not what you want to have happen, especially when God on the other end, on the top lane, is pushing that out, getting a lot of farm, now leading as far as the gold per minute goes. That is not the Morphling, he's in 4th place. They're both blue, coming a break. But AL, they did lose the mid lane tower, they did lose the bot lane tower, but they're looking to make a trade on their bot lane tower of Empire. And I don't think Empire could defend this. I don't think they want to defend this. And this tower's going to drop. Let's see if Vegas is on point with his right clicks. He is still on point. So that is the second tower that Vegas has picked up. He is going to go for that armlet. Since this is not 0.75, it's not going to be the 2-second broken armlet surfing kind of armlet. But still, Lifestealer, I mean, that's one of the most cost-effective, if not the most cost-effective item for that hero. Because with Beast, he doesn't really lose that much HP, you know. Open wounds as well helps. But Lifestealer is going to be doing a lot of damage, and you can already see Enchantress. I mean, she has maxed out Nature's Attendance, but that's not even enough to save her from the Lifestealer. Funnick looking for a Shackle Shot, but Vegas and Come With Me both sticking together. They should be fine. 3 into this bot lane, but they're not really doing much for Empire. Freezer's going to see Scandal picking up that Illusion Rune, but it might be Blow Your Brain that's his target. Drum has completed, and well, I don't know why you would buy another Circlet. I guess it's a Null Talisman, but I don't know. I don't see him going for Dagon. Might be another Bracer. Might be going for the cost-effective wrap, but God and Freezer are going to find Blow Your Brain. Split Earth not going to even be casted because of that Shuriken toss. It is going to land on God eventually, but God has a way for him. Can bring down this Leshrac. There it goes. The track bonus gold for everyone. As Blow Your Brain drops yet another time. I don't know why he was so far out here. He should not have been doing that. Although, in hindsight, 2020. Now the next target might be Come With Me. Go Black and Silent gonna run into that Venomancer. Anchor Smash to hit, shackling him to a tree. Impetus damage, Power Shot. The Venomancer does drop. So in the end, it is a 1 kill for 1 kill trade. But Leshrac is a much higher priority than this Venomancer because Leshrac is actually getting farm. Venomancer didn't get any farm. The only thing going well for Empire is that their Templar Assassin does have a lot on her. But AL, I mean, Vegas is rolling in gold. God, kind of not as rolling in gold. Not as much rolling in gold? Not rolling in as much gold. There we go. But he's still pretty darn wealthy. Power Treads, 1900 gold on him. Let's see if he wants to go for a shotgun, because if he does, well, everyone from Empire, they're going to be very vulnerable to that. Although a shotgun, kind of negative synergy with this Lifestealer if you cannot bring the target down. But I'm pretty sure this Morphling, level 10, should be able to bring stuff down if he goes for that shotgun route. And really, what else is he going to go for? I feel like he should have bought something if he was going to go for a different item. Blow Your Brain and Go Black, as well as the support in Silent. Moving up to this top lane, possibly pressuring down this tier 1 tower. But Mania, oh well, I guess Freezer isn't there anymore. But he can teleport back in. They might want to look to defend this, because it's only 3 heroes, although it's soon to be 4 with the Blink Dagger TA. It's going to be 5, actually. Empire, they're committing to this push. It looks like AO, they're committing to the defense of this tower. Although 2 are not there. Vigas, I wonder if he can teleport back for this. But a Gush is going to go off into Mania. Silent does have the Ravage. He wants to use it. There's a Sonic Trap, but a net slowing down Silent. Once again, there's the Blink Forward from Scandal. Going to go straight for Mania. He's going to take a lot of Pulse Nova damage plus the right clicks. Chen is going to drop the first one. Funnick is going to get open roots, but he's going to pop out the Wind Run instantly. There's the Ravage hitting onto God, as well as all the creeps. There's the ultimate from Come With Me, as Scandal still alive in the middle of everything. Godblack's still very healthy as well. Going to try to get Vigas. He's very far away, but he's not taking enough damage. God going to buy back and teleport right back in here, as everyone from Empire, they're trying to fall back right now. The poison damage from the Venomancer is starting to take its toll, as Freezer is trying to chase down Scandal, waveform in from God. Split Earth not going to hit, as Scandal is now in a little bit of trouble with Silent. Is going to get worked upon by Vigas. Not enough damage, though, from Vigas. Come With Me now in a little bit of danger. Templar Assassin still on the run. Doesn't have a blink tag, though. He should be fine. And Come With Me is running away from Funnick, as well as Blow Your Brain. Looking for the Shackle. Looking for the Shackle. Not going to happen, as Freezer and God now return to this fight. Blow Your Brain and Funnick might be in a little bit of trouble. If the Shackle does latch, then it could be them getting out of this alive, but it looks like it's not going to happen. God is going to get shackled, so no waveform there. Freezer out of mana, unable to chase, and it looks like Blow Your Brain will be able to teleport safely out of here unless a Shuriken toss from a mile away. No, it's not going to happen. And Funnick, as well as Go Black, make their way out of there. Wish I had a co-caster. I really do. I really do. Because I could do that all day, but I can't actually go back to regular casting all day, if that makes any sense. But AO, they did get slightly behind in that fight, took a couple deaths, and I don't even know if anyone from Empire died in that engagement. No, they didn't. Yeah, so AL, they didn't win that fight by any means. Empire did manage to bring down Vigas, they did manage to bring down God. Shackling, oh, beautiful shackle on to Come With Me, but Mania is here to support. You're in charge, plus the impetus damage from the Enchantress. Going to bring down that Venomancer. Mania is just going to leave. Oh no, he's not going to leave. Funnick is on the chase, doesn't have any mana though, so really, what are you going to accomplish? Another 20 mana. There's the Arcane Boots. Funnick still wants to go for this. Phase Boots? No, he's not going to go for it. The target might instead be in the mid lane. Scandal did survive that fight, albeit barely. But you know what? If he didn't die, then he didn't die. Held on to all his gold, didn't give any experience to Freezer and God, I believe, who are chasing him down. He managed to get out of there. Oh, Mania going to take a shackle. Not going to latch onto anything, though. Go Black, is he in range for a slow? Slow range is pretty large, but it's not going to happen. Mania's going to take support from Freezer. Track's going to fly, and Go Black, as well as Funnick, they got to fall back right now, or else they're going to die to Vigas. Looks like they are going to make their way out of this alive. They still want to go for the top tier 1 tower. The only one to defend this right now is Freezer. Teleportation support can come in, though they would rather farm, I think. This top tower is good to hold, but at a certain point, you could just let it fall. Funnick looking for a shackle onto Freezer. If the shackle lands, then Freezer's going to die. Shackle, he's looking for it. Blow Your Brain also looking for a Split Earth. Blow Your Brain is actually going to go for some Lightning Storm. 2 points instead of that Pulse Nova. Edict damage on the tower as Vigas does teleport in. Instantly Sonic traps. Shackle not going to latch as Funnick trying to do as much damage as he can to the tower. The Edict is there as well. Looks like the second fight in this jungle might happen in the exact same spot as Vigas looking to circle around. Silent does have a Ravage once again. Freezer going to take a Gush as well as a Sonic Trap. The Chen creeps are both creeps are in Chen's control. Enchantress not using her enchant for that. Chen, just with the timings, does have control of both of those creeps, so AL is going to have a little bit more armor there. Tornado as well if they decide to use it. The Edict again on this tower is going to get the Shock Tower. Vigas going to go strong onto Blow Your Brain. Can take a Shuriken toss as well. But now Silent wants in. He wants to use the Ravage. He's going to blow the Ravage only onto Vigas. Shackle onto Come With Me plus Vigas. Vigas is going to drop. Come With Me taking a hand of God, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to pop off everything that he has before he does go down, but he does go down. Silent with another Gush, going to find Mania with Sonic Traps helping him out. Scandal does have a lot of poison damage on him, so he unfortunately cannot blink forward. Silent trying to do the damage, but it's not going to happen. Scandal does have a Blink Dagger up soon, but no, it's actually not going to happen. But Empire, blow the Ravage, pretty much a horrible Ravage, but it got the Lifestealer, and everyone from AL, they were on the run anyway. They were not going to turn around and fight after a bad Ravage, so Lifestealer does drop, which is the very important thing. They do take the tier 1 tower. They are now going to take the tier 2 tower. Without Lifestealer, they're going to be hard-pressed to defend this. God, in the entire time on that mid lane, getting farm, pushing out this tower as much as he can. Blow Your Brain is now here, going to try to defend this. Really peculiar, he gets Lightning Storm at level 11 instead of Pulse Nova, but the tower in the top lane does go down. Empire extend their lead 14-9, plus a couple towers? 2 towers, yeah, 2 towers ahead. So the experience plus gold graph is going to be in favor of them. But Empire, they're not going to scale as well as AL are going to. They're not going to scale as much as AL are come late game. So they're playing exactly like they should. But if they get too complacent, then they're going to drop eventually, these fights, they're not going to last as well as they are forever. Because God is going to start doing heavy damage. Lifestealer is going to start to do even more damage. Looks like Morphling going to open up with an ultimate orb. Is he going to go for a quick Manta style? You'd have thought he would have gotten that by the last time I checked, really. Templar Assassin is looking to do as much damage as she can. Usually the build is Blink Dagger into BKB, but in this case it is going to be Blink Dagger into Desolator because Scandal knows that he has to do the damage. Edict and Pulse Nova can only get you so far, really, especially when the enemies are Lifestealer and they do have that magic immunity. Come With Me is going to find a bear in the woods, and bear might drop. Run, bear! Run! Mercy killing by Go Black. Oh, no. God just does get the kill. And now he's a haste rune plus an illusion rune, so this Morphling is decked out in those runes. Scandal continue to farm. Really, they need Templar Assassin to get as much farm as she can get, but at the same time, they can't let up the pressure on AL, because then Lifestealer as well as God, they're going to get farm and they're going to use it a lot better than only Scandal can. So, Empire, they're placed in a little bit of a peculiar position there. And Leshrac still not going with a Pulse Nova. He's going to go full into Lightning. Now, that's a build that I have never seen before. Because usually you take Pulse Nova later on, like level 10, 11 is when you get Pulse Nova. Because level 1 Pulse Nova, not that great. I mean, the damage isn't that great compared to the amount of mana pool that you have. But he's going for Lightning, holding Pulse Nova at level 1. Just put an extra point into friggin' Pulse Nova. You get a lot more damage that way, and you have plenty of mana. Freezer going to take a Shackle, Sentry Ward to drop as well. Silent is going to move in range for the Anchor Smash. Gush as well. Freezer taking a lot of damage. He's going to try to teleport out of there, but they want this kill. They're going to blow the Ravage. Tidehunter does pick up that kill, but now they're without Ravage for another 150 seconds. So this is time for AL to take a fight. Even though they don't have their Bounty Hunter, they're not going to get the additional track gold, but they know the most deadly threat on the Empire side is not there. God as well as Mania looking to circle around from the back. The push is already happening on the tower. They're going to go for Come With Me. Going to take a Gush as well as a lot of damage. Go Black going to get slowed down. Going to pop off his heal, but the stuns going to perma-stun him there with those Centaurs. Now Scandal has picked up one onto the Venomancer. Chen picking up the Enchantress. God taking a little bit of damage. Bloody Bane making his way out with 200 HP. Mania going to take a little bit of damage from Shackle. Power Shot to fly, as well as a Gush. There he goes. Chen going to take a fall as Scandal trying to run away from this. God is going to try to go for Silent, who's out of mana. Scandal is in a little bit of danger as well, but it looks like AL, they cannot chase this. Somehow Blurry Brain does manage to survive out of there. No one is actually focusing him after the initial burst of damage from the beginning of the fight. So AL, they don't take that fight again. So, I mean, Empire, they're taking fights left and right. Even without the frickin' Ravage, they do manage to come out on top there. Scandal gonna find a haste rune. And do they have vision? No, they don't. Oh, they do. A frickin' Gem of True Sight, of course. I'm gonna see that ward. See the ward? Yeah, there you go. There you go. De-warding. So Empire, they're taking map control. You could see AL's vision. I mean, this is pretty much it. That's the extent of their vision right now. They don't have any. Then again, Empire don't have much either. They do have some, traps at some key locations. But other than that, both teams working with very low visibility. Windrunner does have that gem though, so they don't have to carry any more invisibility detection until the Windrunner does go down. Scandal with the Desolator can do some very heavy damage. They do have a lot of minus armor, so they could bring down this Roshan pretty quickly. And AL, I mean, they don't have the most giant AoE team fights, so they can't really capitalize that much with AL taking down this Roshan, and really, it's a little bit too late. The Edict plus the minus armor from the Meld plus the Desolator, Gush even if they want it, but I don't think it's necessary as Templar Assassin does bring that second life into her pocket. And now Empire, they do have the Ravage in 10 seconds. They could push down the tier 2. They could even take the bottom tier 2 if they want to. I think I said 2 enough times in that sentence. But the Lightning to fly out, Blurry Brain can clear out the creep wave, and Come With Me slowed down by the Sonic Trap. Huge melt hit, and the Power Shot is going to kill the Venomancer. And hell, now with that Venomancer down, they could even push the tier 3s. Freezer's on the bottom lane, God's on the top lane, trying to pressure one from Empire back. But they do have Edict, they do have a lot of damage from that Desolator on Scandal, making the tower take even more damage from all the right clicks. This creep wave is going to drop in an instant. Lightning, Power Shot, Anchor Smash, all that good stuff. Shackle onto the Centaur, not going to latch onto anything. Fortification, slowing them down. Scandal dropping dangerously low. He's got to watch out here. Oh, Vegas can go straight in for Funnick once again, but the Wind Run counteracting that Open Wounds. Open Wounds means nothing to Wind Run. And really, I mean, the hardest part about playing a Lifestealer is staying on top of your target. And really what you do to maintain that is Open Wounds. But you don't want to Open Wounds the Wind Runner. You want to Open Wounds really anyone but the Wind Runner. Because the Wind Runner will just escape. Force Staff plus Phase Boots. Waveform in from God. He doesn't replicate, so he's going to be fine. Silent, he can get Force Staffed out as well. Vegas, I'm sorry, using all of his cooldowns for that. But they're going to move up to the high ground, take down the tower with that Edict. Silent going to get a gush onto Mania. Scandal blinks in. They want this Chen kill. One hit, two hit is going to bring him down. No hand to God for this fight. Come with me. Does get his ultimate off, but he's taking a ton of damage. He's going to drop as well. Vegas going to try to go for Scandal. Going to try to go for anyone he could find. Silent going to get Force Staffed out once again. Vegas trying to escape. He's going to go into God, who's waveforming through. Going to try to go for that Tidehunter, but Scandal going to go toe-to-toe with both Vegas and Freezer. Going to bring down one. He does still have that Aegis, so he's not going to die anytime soon. Where is God? There he is. Still trying to chase down Silent. He did not manage to kill him. Aegis from the Templar Assassin now going to bring him back to life. Going to go straight for God. Waveform out, so he's going to be fine at least for the moment. But still, 4 up for Empire. They lost the Edict though, so these Raxes might survive if AL can mount a quick enough defense. A lot of damage is going onto these Raxes though, and it's going to be very close. Freezer as well as Vegas have returned to the fight, looking to kill whoever they can. Shackling Freezer to a very long creep. Silent going to force staff himself away. Where's the Ravage? There's the Ravage right before he dies. Going to bring down Freezer. Stun God as well. Vegas still very healthy though. Scandal has got to run out of here. No more Aegis to save him, but he's going to turn around, go for God. Going to get sent back to the base. Not going to be in time though. Come with me with the poison damage. Might be able to take down the Templar Assassin and try to teleport away. Not going to happen. Go Black with the impetus damage is going to kill that Lifestealer, but now he's going to die to Vegas. And Empire, they all get wiped. Did they take the Raxes? No, they did not. So AL, they have mounted a successful defense, albeit barely. Oh, Vegas with the right clicks. They're hard, man. Lifestealer at high levels, it's a lot of damage, and even God is going for I have Scotty Rush. I love I have Scotty, but I don't like when you rush it because it's freaking expensive. It's really, really expensive, and it's not that great if you get it first, but hell, he's very tanky at this point. Plus 20 stats, I mean, it's definitely not cost-effective at all. In fact, Ultimate Orb is like one of the least cost-effective items in the game. Because if you think about it, 2100 gold for 10 stats, you could pay 53 gold for 1 stat, and that's 530 gold for 10 stats. But you're paying 4 times as much to put them all into one item slot. But anyway, Empire, they do get team wiped, so they are not able to take the Raxes. They're very close, but AL, they were there just in time. Silent with an invisibility rune. They can catch out Vegas. And this Tidehunter's being so slippery. Vegas is constantly trying to go for him. But without a Basher, without the open wounds available on that Tidehunter, and with Tidehunter with the Force Staff, this Tidehunter is a slippery fish. He really is. Vegas is going to lose his smoke. No, he's not. Who else is smoked? Come with me is smoked, and God not smoked. But Vegas does lose his smoke, so he knows that someone is invisible here. He's got to be careful. He does have the Rage teleport out. Scandal and Blurbrain are going to look for this kill on the Lifestealer. Gale is going to hit though. Scandal is going to get slowed down, but he does have that refraction. He's going to do heavy damage to Vegas, who's trying to Lifesteal off of the Tidehunter, but slowed down. There's the BKB popped off from Vegas, but the Edict damage tearing through that. Scandal is going to drop before Vegas, but they both do drop in the end. Slowing to come with me. The impetus damage is going to take him down, but God is now arrived in the fight. Waveform in, trying to go for Silent, can unleash everything he has, but he's going to drop as well. Shackling God to a tree, not in time to save the Tidehunter though. Power shot is going to plow through that. Morphling now Freezer taking a lot of Pulse Nova damage. Blurbrain still at a very healthy amount of mana. Gonna chase down Mana, gonna chase down Freezer. Is he fast enough? He needs another Shackle Shot or something. Shackling Freezer to a tree. It is gonna latch now. Freezer is gonna drop one more impetus, one more power shot. As AL lose 4 in exchange for only 1. The Tidehunter didn't even have Ravage in that fight, yet Empire still taking such a great one because of Templar Assassin's Refraction blocking so many hard hits from the AL squad. Lifestealer had his BKB up, but you know what BKB doesn't counter off against? Diabolic Edict. Such a great spell. Now Leshrac does have 10 charges, but with everyone who deals damage down on the AL side, these mid-Raxes are going to fall, and Empire, they can even transition down to the bot lane, where already Blurbrain is going to take down the tier 2 tower, so now they can push down the tier 3s. Freezer's not up for another 20 seconds, but Lifestealer is going to be up, Morphling is going to be up. Those are the real heroes to be scared of. They do have the Edict still available to them, plus 10 charges on the Leshrac. I think he wants to get an item before he returns to this fight, but the Desolator damage, the Refraction on top of that, is going to do heavy damage to that tower. Morphling trying to get in with the Replicate, but it's going to get stolen. LO frickin' L. Enchantress, so good. Could he get stolen right back, and then, could they do that? Do it. Do it. I don't think they can. That'll be cool. I don't know if it, like, counts as an illusion then? I could test that, but I'd much rather just not, because I don't really care that much. But Empire 28-17, they are firmly in the lead with now those Vraxes down, plus a huge golden experience advantage. They're just kiting so darn effectively. Ghost Staff, Ghost Scepter on the Leshrac, denying really all the damage from the Lifestealer, all the damage from the Morphling, and well, pretty much all the damage from everyone else as well. Tidehunter remaining very slippery, going to go for drums to get even more slippery. Even Funnick does have a Force Staff as well. I think he had his before the Tidehunter, and he's been using it to great effect. Scandal's going to go for his Mantis out. Oh, going to catch Mania. You do not want to be there, Chen. Sonic Trap, huge melt hit. Going to pop up that mech a little bit prematurely. Try to get a little bit bonus armor. But he's going to drop very hard. Does he have buyback? He does not. All the lanes are really pushed towards the Empire side, though, so they can't actually go for another set of tier 3s or Raxes. God and Vigos looking around the enemy jungle. They're going to find Silent. Waveform down for that double damage rune. Oh, no. Silent Force Staffs himself over the edge. Tried to steal off that double damage rune, but in the end, God does get it. So now Empire, they're going to fall back at least until that rune dispels. Vigos going to get slowed down, but instantly dispelled by that rage. But now Empire, they just got to wait until this rune is timed out. You don't want to fight anyone if you know that they have a double damage rune. It's just a bad idea. Maybe they're going to smoke. They're kind of clumped up in the jungle. They don't have a smoke, but they could very well get a smoke. Soulstealer. Oh no! Those bastards. They killed Go Black's creep. Oh no, gushing to Vigos. Oh, he's going to be fine. Burst damage not going to be enough. Rage Teleportation, such a great escape tool for that Lifestealer. But with now all 5 on the Empire side, they want to take another set of Raxes, or at least a tier 3. They do have the Edict to do so, and Leshrac is very tanky. Now with the level 3 Pulse Nova, he's going to sit in the middle of everything. And he really can't be hit because of that Ghost Scepter. At least, you know, for 4 seconds he can't be hit. Empire, they're barreling down as God. Does he have a replicate up? No, he's going to have to TP back for this. He is, in fact, TPing back for this Edict onto the tower, though. Plus the minus armor from the Desolator. He's going to bring that down. Vigos trying to draw the creep wave aggro, but he's got to be careful. He's going to go right in for Go Black and pop off his heal immediately, force tapping himself out. And now that Open Wounds is down for another 10 seconds, while the Windrunner actually focusing fire on the melee Rax. Going to hold his ground there, getting slowed down. Force Staff out, though. And the melee Raxes are at very low amounts of HP. Blurrybrain could just suicide on that with the Ghost Scepter and Edict on, and that'll be the end of the melee Rax, and then you can take a Leshrac hit. But I'm sure Empire would much rather play it safe than be sorry. They're sending out, oh, a 2-man split earth. This could be the opportunity. Silent, does he have the Ravage? He's going to get slowed down. 1 Force Staff out. Vigos unable to stick on any of his targets. Freezer even popped his 10-second BKB charge for this one. So right now, this is Empire's chance at AL, and they kind of jumped the gun there a little bit, but really there's no way to tell. If someone's sticking their neck out, you try to go for it. Silent traps to fly, and Silent is going to now look for a Ravage. Another Open Wounds onto Silent. He's going to get Force Staff back once again. God trying to make something happen, but he's going to run straight into Scandal. He's going to take a huge amount of damage. Vigos in the middle of everything, but he's not invulnerable. He's going to try to invest in something. He does get healed, and he does have the BKB still up, but Vigos take a huge melt hit from long range. Not going to die, though, with 5 HP. Freezer is going to instead be the one to fall. Mania on the run. Shotgunning the Windrunner back. Will he survive? The Windrun is up, and Vigos does get teleported back to the base, but now 3 heroes into Empire's base. They're going to try to actually go for God as Funnick doing the ganking, the juking action. Split Earth gonna miss. Is God gonna try to teleport himself out of this? Is there gonna be enough damage? No, there's not gonna be enough damage. But the mid Raxes have fallen. At least the melee one, which is what they really want. Blurrybrain gonna find a Split Earth on to come with me. The Pulse Nova, the Edict damage, plus the Power Shot from long range. And will the Magic Charges won't be enough for the Lightning from long range. Gonna bring down the Venomancer. But he's gonna run straight into Vigos. Gonna pop off his Ghost Scepter instantly. And Vigos, I mean, he does so much damage if he could hit his target, and he's just having so much trouble. Force Staff, Ghost Scepter, Blink Dagger, Refraction, plus Untouchable on top of that. I mean, that's the main drawback of Lifestealer. If you could keep him on his target, he will do a ton of damage and he'll pretty much kill everything. But if not, if they have Ghost Scepters, if they have Force Staffs, well then it's going to be really rough. Roshan, second Roshan, does go down. Scandal, what does he want? He wants to get rid of his bottle. He's going to pick up a second life. They could push down this bot lane because it's just really easy to take down that final range Rax, but instead they're going to have Go Black. They're going to have Blurrybrain move up to the top lane, it looks like, to start pushing that out. Is this a smoke? It's not a smoke. They're just looking for anyone they could find. They're not going to find anyone, though. No one is around that area. I guess Funnick is in a little bit of danger, but he has a Hex, he has a Force Staff, and Windrun, plus Phase Boost. So this Windrunner will run pretty much like the wind, as everyone from Empire, I mean, they got what they came for in the bot lane. You can see it is pushing by itself, and it's going to continue to push by itself. So someone has got to stay there, put momentum on it constantly. God in a little bit of a sticky situation. Power Shot going to spot him out. If he gets Hex, he could very well die. There's the Hex, plus the Gush, plus the Meld minus armor. God is going to get bursted down in an instant. Instant buyback from him, though. But the Morphling, I mean, everything I was saying before about Morphling scaling to late game, it's true if you could get gold on the Morphling, but he's been sitting at 2 ultimate orbs for so long now, and those aren't even cost-effective items. If he went for Manta Style, he would have been doing a lot more damage. But unfortunately, he did not choose to go for that build. You can see this bottom lane in full breach. These ranged Raxes are going to go down, and this buildings are going to start to fall, which may seem like not a big deal. Scandal going to blink himself right out of there. Vigas trying to stick onto any target he can. Blur Brain going to pop off his Ghost Scepter. Now Vigas is going to get shackled. Not going to latch, though, but he's going to get Hex. This could be horrible for Vigas if he drops down. The Meld hits so much as Silence forced himself in for a huge Ravage. Going to catch 3, and now God Chainstun as well. Freezer the last one to survive. Chen, Mania, where are you? There you are. You're dying to the entire enemy team. Empire have what looks like a 5-0 sweep. Freezer is going to get away, but a 4-0 sweep, I mean, not exactly a 5-0 sweep, but it's still pretty darn good. Phonic might be in a little trouble looking for the Shackle. Not going to lash, though, as Freezer does pop up his BKB and try to go for the Windrunner, but an earned charge on him is going to keep him alive as Freezer switches targets and retreats. There's the GG call, guys. Freezer going to get shackled to a tree, and that is going to be the 5-man team wipe that Empire were looking for. Empire, can anyone stop these guys? I have no idea. I mean, AL, they played pretty darn well. The early mid stage, that they really held their ground as much as they can. But Morphling, he stopped getting farm. Lifestealer was unable to stick to his targets, and I guess through smart play from Empire, he managed to avoid a lot of damage coming from AL and eventually take this game from the Starseries Season 3. Thanks for watching, guys. I do believe that is it. Don't have anything else to say. Nope, let's move that mouse out of the way. There we go. There's the score screen for you guys, and GG.